Welcome to the introduction of all the candidates for our Congress, the 55th Congress in Berlin. We will introduce to you 58 candidates that are coming from 32 countries, which we will do by video, and then you will have 4 more candidates that will present themselves for the Vice President and First Vice President during Congress. 34% of them are women, which we're very happy with, and they're coming from 32 countries. We hope that you will like the presentation and that you will learn who the candidates are so you can make the right choices for the Congress. Before we introduce the candidates to you, let's quickly go through the electoral process. We have an electoral board which is chaired by Gobei from China and also includes Mr. Chapal from Bangladesh. The related documents can be found on our extranet and includes a full role description. The following positions are up for election at the Congress. You can see the list of positions on the screen. I'm not going to take you through all of them as such. When a position is marked +1, it means there is an election for one position for 2 years instead of the regular 4 years. And this is linked to people resigning or other reasons why there's a position up for 2 years. There is a role description for all elected officers. What is important to know is that all of them should, of course, have a proficiency in the English language, suggested to have at least a B1 level or equivalent, and able to work in a multicultural environment with people from varied cultures and backgrounds. And we ask them to be open-minded and work as a team. They should further be unbiased, fair, and transparent. And we hope that you will have people that are willing to listen, learn, and give good feedback. Of course, for specific positions, they need specific requirements, and of course, no one should have been involved with any doping, results manipulation, or other integrity or ethics-related matters. Responsibilities for all elected officers include to comply with all the provisions of the World Archery Rulebook, comply with the Code of Ethics and Conduct, support and implement the policies and strategy of the World Archery Executive Board, avoiding conflicts of interest, and be doing their work in a confidential matter and not disclosing internal information externally. Executive Board. What is important for the Executive Board is to have a good experience of sports management, of course know the rules, understanding the mission, vision and goals of World Archery.
Hello, my name is Darko Widl. It is an honor to run for World Archery Executive Board position. As a president of the Croatian Archery Association, I had the opportunity to work on developing and improving the archery at the local, regional and global levels. I organize a large number of tournaments as well as European and World Championships in all archery disciplines, which allows me to gain rich experience in organizing and managing competition. My vision for the future of archery includes the introduction of new and innovative ideas, such as a new competition format that will reduce the time for an individual arrow, shorten the qualification time and give more importance for the elimination as the most exciting part of the competition. I will also advocate the introduction of new technologies into archery. As a member of World Archery Executive Board, I will strive to expand the archery regionally and globally, improve the cooperation and communication between member associations, and support the development of programs for youth and the people with disabilities. I'm currently a member of the World Archery Europe Executive Board with decision-making experience and knowledge to successfully meet the challenges at the highest level. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you will allow me to contribute to improving the archery.
Dear delegates, my name is Jean-Michel Clermont. I am the president of the French Archery Federation. I have been a member of the World Archery Executive Board since 2019. My term is ending and I am standing for re-election. I want to continue the work in the Executive Office. Continue the exchanges between the members, the different federations, to allow to have the broadest possible vision for our sport. We need to keep talking, identify, position, action organized by our members, develop them on other continents. Our wealth is our diversity, our values, our friendships. A few words to introduce myself. I started archery at 10 years old. After being a competitor, I turned to coaching training. I took on a management role in 1995 before joining the Executive Board French Federation in 2000. I was chairman of the training, structuring, and lobbying committees, then Secretary General of the Federation. I have been president of the Federation since 2017. I have been a member of the Executive Board of World Archery Europe since 2020. I am a member of the board of the National Olympic Committee and co-president of the Paris 2024 Strategic Committee. I hope you will consider it that I could stay a member of the Executive Board. I am waiting for your support on your words. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Zheng Lixun from Chinese Archery Association. The position I'm running for is Executive Board Member. I have been a World Archery Executive Board Member since 2019. During this time, and led by the President, I work with other members closely, participate in board meetings to have better function of World Archery. Also, I have been working in the Chinese Archery Association for 20 years. In 2017, I became the vice president of the Chinese Archery Association. In the last 2 decades, I have been responsible for organizing World Cup in Shanghai ever since 2009, as well as the archery events in multi-sport games that were held in China, such as Asian Games and Universiades. I have also participated in international archery events as a team official and attended many congresses representing the Chinese Archery Association. The experience I gained as an archery events organizer and promoter enabled me to grasp the essentials of this sport and build a vision for its development. Combined with my deep affection for archery, I have faith and eager to take the responsibility as an executive board member and make contributions to World Archery future. Thank you.
Dear members of World Archery, my name is Maël Loretan and I'm candidate for election as a member of the World Archery Executive Board. My first language is French, as you have already seen from my pronunciation. I also speak German and Spanish. I've been doing archery for 20 years. I start in recurve and now I shoot compound. I still take part in a few competitions, include World Series Indoor and various national competitions. But most of my time is allocated to being president of the Swiss Archery, which I've been doing for 10 years. I'm national judge and I was a team captain for the Swiss team at the World Youth Championship in Madrid. I also have experience in managing results with Fianceo and organizing national and international competitions like European Youth Cup. In addition to archery, I'm a lawyer and I represent persons and companies in various legal cases before the Swiss court. I have experience in association law and Swiss sport law. I would like to bring to the World Archery Board my experience as president of a member association, but also as an organizer and judge. My knowledge of the Swiss law is an advantage because World Archery is in Switzerland and I can support the international federation in the legal aspect as well as drawing up the rules book. I also like to bring my experience of organizing competition and managing a member association. Decisions taken at World Archery level have a direct impact on the event organizer and athlete, and are to be fair. It's also important for me to listen to the need of member associations because all associations are different and have different expectations of the international federation. The archery family can only grow if all member associations are supported and can promote archery in their country. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you all the best for your association, your athlete, and for archery. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mark Miller, and I'm a candidate for the Executive Board of World Archery. Many of you already know me. For the last 20 years, I have been a member of the World Archery Constitution and Rules Committee, and for the last 15 years, I've been the chair of that committee, as well as a non-voting member of the Executive Board. As the chair of the Constitution and Rules Committee, I've been involved with every law, bylaw, interpretation, and rulebook change during the past 15 years, and have been involved in most policy matters. I've worked closely with the Secretary General, the World Archery Office, as well as every World Archery committee during those 15 years. I'm familiar with World Archery governance, having attended every Congress since 2001 and every executive board since 2007. I'm a former president of USA Archery, and so I understand the challenges that member associations face. I believe that these experiences make me a good candidate for the executive board. I've seen the great advancements that World Archery has accomplished over the past 20 years, and I intend to do what I can to continue this progress, including finding ways of expanding public awareness of our sport, such as through new avenues, such as esports. Finally, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity for the past 20 years to serve World Archery, and I hope that you will allow me to do so in the future. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in Berlin.
Dear World Archery Member Associations, I'm Assis Mikael Moïse, President of Ivory Coast Archery Federation since 2009. I was former World Archery Africa Vice President from 2018 to 2022. And in my country, I was athlete, I was coach for national team, I formed an archery association, and I was Secretary General of our National Archery Federation. My passion for archery made me work hard from 2012 to now in my country and in Africa. As a success of our national team, since I'm president of our federation, in 2012, we won African Championship and participated to London Olympic Games. In 2016, our team won silver medal in African Championship and participated to Rio Olympic Games. In 2019, Ivory Coast team won African Games in Rabat in Morocco and got a court place for Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. And last year in 2022, Ivory Coast team won African Championship in Pretoria. This work we've done for our country and in Africa, we would like to help World Archery to increase archery in Africa, to develop archery by other way. And being member of the board, I would help World Archery to do it. That's why I need your vote. I ask for your vote to participate for archery development in Africa and in the world. Thank you for your vote. Thank you for all. Thank you.
Dear archery friends, my name is Ping Kun Chiu. I am Vice President of Chinese Taipei Archery Association, Vice President of Asian Archery Federation, President of Sport University. I am running for Executive Board member. The reason that I run in this position because I have variety sport management experience, especially in archery. I think we should fulfill United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals through archery. So, vote to me. Let's work together. Thank you very much.
Hello dear friends. Namaste from India. My name is Pramod Chandurkar. My experience in archery, I was an archer, coach to Indian archery team, and now I am Secretary General Archery Association of India. By profession, I am manufacturer of Indian archery equipment and running my kids wear garment industry. Over a course of time, I was attended various judges seminar, event management seminar and many more international archery tournament, and also organize lot of national archery championship. My valuable experience will be an asset for the world archery. Dear friends, with your support and your valuable vote will give me an opportunity to work with the world archery. Friends, you must be knowing Indian team performing well in international arena. But why? Because we are concentrating on grassroots level development and mass population of archers. I feel why archery sports is not like football, rugby, cricket, baseball, the most spectacular sports in the world. Dear friends, if I will be an executive member, I promise my first duty to develop grassroots level archery development in the world and also mass population of the archers in the whole world. Thank you dear friends, thanks a lot, and I hope your valuable support, your valuable vote will give me an opportunity to serve world archery. Thank you.
Dear archery family, I am Yuko Okura, nominated from All Japan Archery Federation for Executive Board Member. I started archery, which is the sport I love, when I was in high school. I enjoyed shooting recurve and enjoyed coaching in local club, high school club, and college. When I became translator for national team of Japan, I find myself enjoying behind the scenes. My last job was archery sport manager for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. It was a tough game to organize under pandemic, but luckily I had great team to overcome these difficult challenges. I am also chair of Gender Equity Ad Hoc Committee. It is a pleasure working with active committee members. Working in team make me feel very excited, and I'm looking forward to contribute more with my experience and knowledge for archery community. Thank you for listening.
For the Constitution and Rules Committee, it is of course important that people have legal skills or experience with detailed examination of documents, practical experience with archery events and sport governance matters, and of course, having a good knowledge of the Constitution and Rules book as such.
Hi, I'm Andy Neville, and I'm very excited to be considered as a candidate for the World Archery Constitution and Rules Committee. I have a strong, diverse background with more than 3 decades in engineering as a subject matter expert in the U.S. federal government with contracting and ethics procedures. Additionally, my service to World Archery events, World Archery Americas, and USA Archery ethics committees, together with my experience serving international events as a judge, enables me with a strong foundation of understanding just how important it is that our Constitution and rules wording be brief, clear, and relevant so that everyone who is reading them have an understanding and intent of the committee's writings. My diverse background will benefit this committee in understanding the impact of changes. While the CNR doesn't decide on the rules, we can help member associations write submissions to Congress and work with other committees raising important facts when writing their interpretations, and help ensure consistency in the rules. My historical background in archery is not a particularly normal one. Simply put, the sport of archery saved my son Camden's life and enabled him to be the incredible young man he is today. I invite you to read more of this amazing journey in my nomination form, and you will understand the very reason why I am so passionate at the very core of my being about giving back to this incredible sport. I give you my commitment to serve with that same passion and my personal integrity, to work ahead on the CNR committee and with Tom Dillon, Saray, and the executive board. I appreciate your consideration of your vote.
Hello everyone, my name is Constance Serrier. I'm living in France, near Paris. I believe I'm qualified to be re-elected to the CNR committee. I was elected in Yankton on a 2-year position. During the past 2 years, I gave strong and regular support to the committee. I participated to all topics. I did some specific work regarding laws and bylaws. I was involved in several discussions with other committees. My candidacy is also based on my legal skills and my passion for archery. I studied law at La Sorbonne University and graduated a PhD in political science in 2002. Since 2001, I'm working at the Canadian Embassy in Paris as lawyer and trade commissioner. I'm used to reading, analyzing, and amending legal text, and I like it. I practiced archery for nearly 40 years as a recurve. I've been medalist in different national championships. I've been referee judge for 15 years at regional and national level. I'm the chairman of one of the most important archery range in France, Issy-les-Moulineaux, a club with several international archers and archer in French national team. I joined the French Federation board in 2020 to try to impulse change and modernity. Last but not least, I strongly believe that women should be more involved and share responsibility in our sport. I hope you will consider that I could stay a valuable member of the committee. I'm waiting for your support and your votes. Thank you, and see you in Berlin.
Dear Mr. President, dear Congress delegates, my name is Eva Thesen and I am from Norway. Professionally, I'm a publisher and I have been working in a large publishing company in Oslo for over 30 years. I have sat on different executive boards in Norway, in World Archery Europe for 8 years, and now my term is up after 12 years in the World Archery Federation. I have been a national judge since 2008, and I'm a continental judge candidate since 2012. I have been actively applying our rules as a technical delegate to European events from Jaén in 2006 and yearly up to the first European Games in Azerbaijan in 2015. Last year I was a technical delegate in Germany, and I will be a technical delegate in Germany also next year. I have varied and valuable experience that I hope to put in use into our great sport for many years to come, and I seek your support and vote in order to be a member of the Constitution and Rules Committee. Thank you for your attention.
My name's Hannah Brown, I'm from Great Britain. I'm standing on the Constitution and Rules Committee. I've just finished my term as chair of the Field and 3D Committee, and I believe that I can bring this expertise to Constitution and Rules. I've been an international judge for well over 10 years. I've judged at and been chair of judges at multiple events, including the Olympic Games. I've been technical delegate at a number of other events and competition manager at the most recent World Games, and I believe that this will allow me to bring a far more practical element to the Rules and Constitution Committee.
Hello, my name is Kevin Demore. I'm from the United States Virgin Islands. I am presently a member of the Board of Justice and Ethics of World Archery. I am a council member for World Archery Americas and the president of the Virgin Islands Archery Federation. Most importantly, I am a father of an archer. I am fully invested in the success of our organization and our sport. 4 years ago, I was a member of the Constitution and Rules Committee of World Archery when I filled a spot for another member who had resigned. I am seeking your vote for a position on the CNR committee. The duties of the Constitution and Rules Committee include answering questions related to the World Archery Rules and Constitution. The questions involve eligibility, reviewing and approving committee interpretations, drafting motions, as well as reviewing motions submitted by member associations. Additionally, we advised World Archery's Executive Board and General Secretary. As an international attorney with over 40 years of experience and a former member of the CNR committee, I am all too familiar with the duties and obligations of the committee. I recognize, appreciate, and am prepared for the substantial time commitment involved in being a member of the committee. I will not and have not taken these duties and commitments lightly. I was born in Ecuador of a Chilean mother and a father of French-Canadian heritage. I have traveled and lived in many parts of the world. As a practicing international attorney, I have worked and lived in France, Austria, India, Denmark, Japan, the United States, and the Caribbean. I have and continue to counsel clients from around the world. I have gained an appreciation for the wonderful differences and similarities our world offers. I would kindly and respectfully request your vote based on my international background, my previous experience on the committee, and my enthusiasm to make our organization better. I will impartially and faithfully fulfill my duties to the best interest of our organization, our athletes, our member associations, judges, tournament organizers, sponsors, manufacturers, and most of all, coaches. I will strive to adopt best practices regarding good governance. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Dear Congress, delegates and friends of archery, I'm Rolf Wollingholden. I just came home from the European Master Games in Finland, where I competed in both field and target archery with my compound bow. I am Norwegian born, living in Sweden with my Italian spouse. Last year I received the World Archery Judge Outstanding Service Award, indicating me easy to work with, my dedication for the archery sport, and as well my age. Judging archery has brought me onto the field of play of the international archery community 15 times over the last 7 years. Besides knowing the rules of archery, I have previously been working and traveling worldwide for a decade, based in the United States. Professionally, I am self-employed technical consultant, mainly living on my inventions in the area of mechanical engineering. I have been the chairman of the local archery club, and I have been a board member of the Swedish Federation for the last 9 years, currently vice president with responsibility for judges and rules committee. My hope is that you will cast your vote for me in Berlin. Thank you.
Dear Congress delegates, presidents, and Secretary Generals of World Archery member associations, my name is Sergio Font, and I'm running for the World Archery Constitution and Rules Committee. I have attended 13 congresses since 1983, so I've been able to see and witness the evolution of World Archery rules for 40 years. As an international judge, I've also applied these rules at tournaments since I was a judge at the World Championships back in 1983. The evolution of the rules and the knowledge that the judges should have of the reasons behind each rule are very important for our judges to be very good at the job they do at tournaments. Also, I hold the position of Secretary General of World Archery Americas, so I understand the importance for our national federations to have clear rules so that they can apply them at their national tournaments. My intent as a member of the Constitutional Rules Committee is to work together with the rest of the committee in order to have friendly rules for everyone to understand, for the judges who apply them, and also for the national federations who have to enforce them at national level. I trust I will have your support at the elections in Berlin.
For the Field and 3D Archery Committee, of course, we expect them to have experience with field and 3D matters and should have been attending a continental or world championship field or 3D in a capacity as coach, team manager, judge, organizer, observer or participant.
Hi everyone, my name is Kristina Reitmeier and I come from the Czech Republic. I have been a member and a deputy chairperson of the World Archery Field and 3D Committee since 2017, confirmed by Congress delegates voting at the World Archery Congress 2019 in Den Bosch. And now I am seeking your support for my re-election to the World Archery Field and 3D Committee. I am involved in archery since about year 2000, originally through the European 3D Archery Association. I'm a national judge since 2010, World Archery Europe judge since 2013, and World Archery judge candidate since 2016, upgraded to World Archery judge in 2018. Throughout that time, I have judged several of the World Archery or World Archery Europe Field Championships, and I have successfully chaired World Archery 3D Championships in 2019 in Laklabish. I am also World Archery Europe Accredited Technical Delegate since 2022 for, among others, field and 3D archery events. I have successfully TD'd the World Archery Field Championships in Yankton last year, and I have been entrusted by the World Archery Europe with TDing the upcoming World Archery Europe Field and 3D Championships in Italy. I believe I have proven my dedication to field and 3D archery, and I have proven in my role in the World Archery Field and 3D Committee, where I worked hard together with my fellow committee members towards promoting field and 3D archery and making field and 3D archery more accessible to everyone. I would like to continue this work and support the development of field and 3D archery worldwide. Thank you for voting for me.
Hello everyone, my name is Matan Sharon and I'm from Israel. I'm shooting for 6 years. I am a traditional archer. I'm also an instructor and a judge under the Israeli Archery Association. I participate in 3D and field competitions in Israel, and I participated in the 3D World Championship in Canada in 2019. I helped setting up few 3D competitions in Israel for the Israeli Archery Association. I also participating in a non-world archery competitions such as the Bodnik Bow Hunter Challenge in Romania and Austria. I think I could bring another angle to the committee by being an archer and a judge and an instructor. My goal is to bring as many people as possible to archery and keep archery as fair as possible in the competitions by keeping rules and regulations clear for all of the archers. Thank you everyone for listening and good luck for the nominees that will be chosen.
Hello everyone, my name is Michel Domas. I live in the south of France near Avignon. Archery came into my life in 1984 and became and still remains as an integral part of my life ever since. I learned to shoot with a traditional bow, and it's probably the reason why course disciplines have always been my favorites. I practice with traditional longbow and barebow on 3D and field competitions since this time. I created and had been president of an important course club for 14 years. And with this club, we organized 3 French championships, and in 2017, we organized the 3D World Championships. I'm on the French Archery Federation board since 2009, in charge of 3D and field for 12 years. Today, I'm vice president in charge of international relationships. I'm also president of the Francophone Union of Archery Federation, I was technical delegate for World Archery Europe in Montpellier in 2019 for field and Maribor in 2021 for 3D and for World Archery in Terni in 2022. I am in Field and 3D committee since 2029 and I'm candidate for the next Congress because I would like to continue and implement the work initiated 4 years ago, simplifying the rules and therefore making them easier for judges to apply, to enhance the development of this developer around the world. I developed relationships with the African Federation, which is an important part of the archery of tomorrow, to put my archery experience at the service of archers. This is why I'm candidate to be re-elected at the Field and 3D Committee. I hope you will consider that I would stay a valuable member of this committee. I'm waiting for your support and your votes. Thank you.
Dear President and Congress delegates, my name is Sophie Johansson and I am from Sweden. I've been involved in archery for the last 20 years in some way or another. I always loved field and 3D the most, both as an archer and as an organizer of competitions. I'm currently a part of the Swedish Rules and Judge Committee, and I'm working on editing the rule book and educating new judges. Since 2018, I've been a continental judge, and before that, I was a World Archery Youth Judge. This summer, I have 2 appointments: the European Field Championship, and I will be acting as the COG at the European Master Games in Field in Finland. I've also been accompanying the Swedish national team in 3D for the World Championship in La Clabiche and in Terni. For the last couple of years, I've been the chair of the World Archery Europe Field and 3D Committee, and I would like to use my experience from that to evolve 3D and field archery on an international level. Thank you.
The Judge Committee handles everything related to judging. Therefore, they should have experience in judging at international level or as director of shooting in the last 4 years prior to the election. And of course, they need to know the rules.
Hello everyone, I'm Martino Miani from Italy. I'm a software engineer and I'm part of the Archery world since 1996. I've started judging in 2003 and I've become a continental judge and a yacht judge in 2009. Since 2012, I'm an international judge. I've been part of many events from national championship to Youth Olympic and the last Paralympic Games in Tokyo, as part of the team of judges and lately also as a chairman. Since 2009, I'm actively helping the Italian Judge Committee in the training of new judges, and I'm managing the Italian Judges website where I published all the news, documents and references that can help the judges to be more prepared on the field. From the last year, I've been also active in the making of the e-learning platform for the Italian judges, where it is possible to practice with presentation about competition procedures, completed with with some ad hoc question at the end. This formula of training is really appreciated by the judges and is slowly going up and getting more and more features. It will be an honor for me to join the Judge Committee and have the opportunity to put my expertise and professionality at service to help the growing of this community. Thanks.
Hello everybody, my name is Robert Erika and I am from the Netherlands. I've been an active archer for over 30 years and a World Archery Judge for over 12 years. In those years, I have been involved in about 25 international or continental events, including the most recent Olympic Games in Tokyo. In my professional life, I am an IT specialist at the Erasmus University. As a current member of the Judges Committee, I was instructor in the last 3 international judges seminars in Lausanne, Medellin, and last month in Singapore. As instructor, I like to focus on practical aspects of judging and incorporate practical education in our seminars. Within the Judges Committee, I also focus on raising the judges' performance on the field of play for instance by enabling them to access real-time information through the use of apps and electronic tools. With your support, I would like to continue my work with the Judges Committee and keep on improving the education and professionalism for both new and our more experienced judges. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Sabrina Steffens from Germany and I have been an international judge for 11 years now, serving at many international competitions like the Olympic Games in Rio in 2016. I've been a member of the World Archery Judges Committee for some time now and I'm very willing to continue this work with my colleagues. We have done some fruitful work in the past to contribute to the high level of international archery competitions by educating and guiding international judges. I would be grateful if I can continue this work for another period. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Li Xinping from China. The position I'm running for is Judge Committee member. I'm engaged in archery sport management more than 10 years. Served as competition manager in the 19th Asian Para Game archery discipline, Hangzhou, China, and the 18th ISF gymnastic archery discipline. In May of this year, I became chairman of the Judge Committee of Chinese Archery Association. I was accredited as World Archery International Youth Judge in 2014, as Continental Judge in 2015, and World Archery International Judge Candidate in 2017. As a World Archery Judge, I participate at World Archery Indoor Championships, World Archery Para Championships, World Archery Youth Championships, and so on. I can deeply appreciate the tremendous efforts made by the previous Judge Committee and have achieved rich achievements. It has played a positive role in improving the archery project. Affected by them, I deeply hope to have the opportunity to join this team. If being elected, I will thoroughly exploit team cooperative spirit together with other committee members, continue to improve and sustain archery rules and judging according to the development of archery event. Thank you.
The Coaches Committee is there to give information and feedback to our events department to make sure that our events get better. Therefore, they should have represented the member association in a coach or team manager capacity at least once in an international event during the last 4 years.
Hello everyone, this is Göktuğ Ergin. I am the Technical Director and Head Coach of Turkish National Teams. I am the candidate for World Archery Coaches Committee. I started archery in 1996 and I represented the Turkish national team between 1997 to 2012 as an archer. I competed in Beijing Games at 2008 and became an Olympian. My coaching career started at 2013 and continue with the new challenges every year we face. I already serving as a coaches committee member since 2019 and I would like to thank all of you for your trust until now. I would like to have another opportunity for next 4 years and because of this I'm asking your support again. Archery is my life and I would like to be involved in the development of our lovely sport.
Hello, my name is Marcel van Apeldoorn. I am the compound head coach of the team from the Netherlands and running for re-election for the World Archery Coach Committee. I've been a member of this committee for several years now, and as a committee we have been involved in many changes over the years, and I like to think that as a compound coach I have tried to represent the ambitions and interests of the compound division. With the possibility of compound going to the Olympics in 2028, a good interaction between World Archery and the coach committee and also other committees like the athlete committee, the judge committee and the target committee is very important. I believe as a coach we have the responsibilities towards our own athletes on and off the field, within our own team, but also towards other athletes in other teams, to help them perform in good spirits, fair formats and fair conditions. This is what I will strive for in the coach committee. Thank you for your support.
The technical committee handles all technical matters. This means especially matters related to the equipment in all of our disciplines. Therefore, they should have a background of technical knowledge in archery. They should, however, not have an active position related to product development in an archery equipment manufacturing company to avoid any conflict of interest, but ideally have engineering or specific archery technical knowledge in all disciplines of our sport.
My name is Kevin Demore. I am from the United States Virgin Islands. I am presently a member of the Board of Justice and Ethics of World Archery, a council member for World Archery Americas, and the president of the Virgin Islands Archery Federation. Most importantly, I am the father of an archer. I am fully invested in the success of our organization and our sport. 4 years ago, I was a member of the Constitution and Rules Committee of World Archery when I filled a spot that another member had resigned from. I am seeking your vote for a position on the Technical Committee. The duties of the Technical Committee include dealing with matters involving archery equipment, the advancement of target archery internationally, and to liaise with target committees and the Para-Archery Committee. As an international attorney with over 40 years' experience and a former member of the CNR Committee, I am all too familiar with the duties of the Technical Committee. I recognize, appreciate, and am prepared to fulfill the time commitment necessary to become a member of this committee. I have not and will not take these duties and commitments lightly. I would kindly and respectfully request your vote based on my international background, my previous experience on committees, and my enthusiasm to make our organization better. I will impartially and faithfully fulfill my duties in the best interest of the organization, our athletes, the member associations, judges, tournament organizers, sponsors, manufacturers, and coaches. I will strive to adopt the best practices. Thank you for your consideration.
Hello, my name is Colonel Milan Razvan and I'm the president of Romanian Archery Federation. I have held this position for 2 years, being involved in this tournament for 6 years. My experience comes from another Olympic sport, fencing, a discipline in which I have achieved 3 Olympics medals and 5 world medals. As a coach in 28 years. I have gone through all levels of career management, from the athlete status like a medalist to Olympic team manager, culminating with my current position with the World Archery European Technical Commission for 4 years there. Although they are 2 different disciplines, both fencing and archery are similar in essence, as both are very specific sports with a high degree of specialization. At the same time, I believe that this opportunity to run for the World Archery Technical Commission gives me the opportunity to apply the same managerial algorithm because the sport metrics has the similar elements. I am convinced that the regulation of this commission are based on the fundamental principle that respect the standard of performance, and this is found in all international sports bodies. As the representative of an emerging sports federation, our aim is to adapt to the requirement and performance standard that exists today. With my experience accumulated at the international level, I will try to contribute in this regard to confederate with all those who actively support this effort. Regarding the proposal of the work adaptation in the World Archery Technical Commission to the new technological trends, I believe that I can also see this very technical know-how from another perspective. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, my name is Suzanne Wormesley. I've been a member of the Technical Committee since 2013. Prior to that, I was a World Archery Executive Board member for 8 years, and I have been a World Archery International Judge since 1996. There are continuously new developments to archery equipment, either by archery manufacturers or by individuals endeavoring to improve their shooting and results. Over the past 10 years, I've been an active member of the Technical Committee, examining these new developments, bringing to the discussion the perspective of an experienced international judge. I would like to continue working with the other members of the committee to ensure that equipment does not impact on an even playing field for competitors. My priorities are to ensure that new developments are consistent with the existing rules and do not provide the user with an unfair advantage. Where necessary, to amend existing rules to make them clearer and less ambiguous, and to use my experience as a World Archery International judge to provide practical input on how decisions made by the technical committee may or may not be enforceable in competition situations. I trust you agree that my experience makes me an ideal candidate for another term on the technical committee.
Dear Delegate of World Archery members, I am Turki Alderbi, Vice President of Saudi Archery Federation and Chairman of Technical Committee. I have more than 23 years in experience in archery. I have got many medals in local and regional competition in recurve and compound bow. I represented my country in many international and regional competition in both bow. I participated in organizing and supervising many local archery tournaments and events. I attended to many training camps and technical seminars around the world. That experience gave me a strong background in archery rules, equipment, and bows. In my professional careers, I'm an electronic engineer work in Saudi standard SASU, as a supervisor of electronic and electrical product laboratory. We inspect and test all products received to ensure their safety and security for the consumer. In addition, I'm working as a lead auditor of quality management system ISO 9001, and I have more than 15 years and experience in preparing technical specification and regulation. Since I have a wide experience in engineering and sport, I believe that with the rapid technical development in the world and sport especially, I think my presence in the committee will add to the committee the technical or engineering opinion, which will help the members of committee to their future decision. I hope to get your trust and vote to give me the opportunity to participate with my colleague on technical committee and share our experience to develop and improve regulation and rules of world archery. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Chen Yanli from China. I'm honored to be nominated as candidate for the Technical Committee of World Archery. I have engaged in archery sport management for more than 10 years, since working in Chinese Archery Association from 2011. I have participated in and organized many competitive events of archery in China and made positive suggestions and carried out measures especially. Except of participating in national competitions, I have rich experience in international competition organization. I worked at the local organizing committee of Archery World Cup Shanghai from 2012 to 2017, World Archery Youth Championship Wuxi 2013, Youth Olympic Games Nanjing. Now, I'm willing to contribute more to the development of archery around the world. I was elected member of Asian Shooting Confederation Statutes Subcommittee in 2019 and have worked positively in this position. This experience may help me serve well in the future work. If being elected, I will fulfill the duty of a technical committee member, complete the task assigned by World Archery on time. I will intensify communication with fellow committee members and make positive suggestions to the development of technical committee, thus making due contribution to the expansion of the influence of archery. That's all for my introduction. Thank you for watching this video.
Target Archery Committee handles all target archery related matters and therefore should have attended a World Championship, a World Cup or an Indoor World Series as an athlete, coach, team manager, judge or organizer in the last 4 years. And of course, know the target archery rules.
Dear Congress delegates, my name is Andrea Aguilar. I am 33 years old. I come from Guatemala and I have been international judge for 8 years. I have been to 4 continental games, that is 2 Pan American Games, 2 Central American Games, 4 World Cups, 1 final stage, and I have also been chair at the Hyundai World Cup in Medellin 2022 and deputy in Turkey during this year. I have worked in several world ranking events, the Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires, and I was also a judge at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. At present, I am a member of the Legal Matters Committee of World Archery Americas. I am with the National Association of Guatemala. I am in charge of the organization of our national tournaments. I'm interested to be part of the target committee and be able to work on rules and make the target archery sport more enjoyable and interesting. And I hope that I can work for the development of archery as an international sport. I'm glad to be candidate of this important committee. I invite you to support my candidacy. Thank you very much.
I am basically an experienced archery coach, and I am running for the position of the target committee. Here's why I believe I am the right candidate. I have experience that with over 40 years coaching in multiple countries and active participation in major archery competitions since 1981. I have a deep understanding of sports. I am committed to advancing archery as a professional sport. I stay updated with the latest coaching technique and industry trends. I kindly ask your support in the upcoming elections. With my experience and dedication, I can contribute to the success and growth of our archery community. Thank you for your consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Xu Yinan. I come from China and am the Secretary General of the Chinese Archery Association. I used to be a professional archer when I was young. For many years, I have been engaged in archery competition organization and training management. In 2012, I passed the judge examination of the World Archery Federation and I became an international judge. After this, I have chosen as the World Championship and World Cup judge by the World Archery Federation for the large amount of times. Also, I was very honored to be elected as a member of the target committee in last session. It was a great pleasure to work with all the committee members. And during my working period, with the help from committee, I have succeeded in making the development of archery in China more standardized, not only in the professional territory, but also in the amateur archery, which is becoming more popular in my homeland. I hope that I can continue to have the opportunity to work as a committee member and keep making contributions to the development of the world archery. Thank you.
Medical and Sports Sciences Committee. They must have a medical or scientific background, and at least 3 members, including the chair, must be a doctor of medicine. Therefore, it is recommended that there is at least a master's degree or a doctorate degree for the Medical and Sports Sciences Committee.
My name is Gary Yamaguchi, and I'm a candidate for the Medical and Sports Sciences Committee. I've been involved in archery for 24 years. I've served as a USA coach and team leader at several World Cup events at the Junior Worlds and at the World University Games. I've served as chairman of judges in national competitions and have studied archery in its various forms from a biomechanical perspective. As an athlete, I came into archery late, having spent my youth competing in tennis. In archery, I've won several national competitions and placed in the top 20 in the men's recurve at the first World Archery Masters Championships in Lausanne and was 5th in the World Field competition there. My professional background includes a PhD from Stanford University. Following that, I was a professor at Arizona State University for 14 years, where I taught classes in biomechanics and engineering design. I conducted funded research studies, evaluated scientific proposals, and served on the Human Subjects Institutional Review Board. Currently, I work for an international corporation, RIMCUS, where I analyze how injuries occurred from a biomechanical and legal perspective. Why choose me as a candidate for the Medical and Sports Sciences Committee? First, I love archery. I feel I can bring my scientific training and background to serve World Archery in its mission to expand and grow the sport. Working in the biomechanical and legal field has trained me to focus on the scientific evidence behind any dispute or question. Additionally, medical doctors make up the majority of this committee. Most MDs, however, are trained to diagnose and treat injuries, but they do not focus on understanding the forces and stresses and mechanisms that create injuries, which is what I do as a biomechanist. My background would complement the experience of the MDs on the committee. Some ideas of things I might be able to help with immediately include evaluating and disseminating the causes of common archery injuries and whether there are any age-related concerns for archers, particularly among the youth and older archers. Also, the USA has a well-developed Masters 50-plus competition. It is arguably the fastest growing contingent of archery in the USA. I was a member of the committee that helped to establish this. My reason then and now is that Masters archers need a reason to continue improving. I believe I can help to establish this vision and expand it to interested countries around the world. Thank you.
Hello everybody and thank you for listening. I'm Jacques Cherpillot from Lausanne, Switzerland. I'm a retired ear, nose and throat surgeon, head of ENT division in University Children's Hospital and senior consultant at medicine faculty. As ENT is a crossroad between lots of different specialties from brain to lungs, I'm accustomed to teamwork and I like it a lot. I also had opportunities to work with World Archery staff, my neighbors. Now, as I have some more free time, my main interest is archery, which I practice almost every day. I'm very lucky to do it at World Archery Excellence Center because I constantly meet their top archers from lots of different countries. This gives me the opportunity to watch them shooting, make friends, and share with them about the medical or psychological problems that their demanding practice causes. Because of these many observations, I am a candidate to Medical and Science Committee probably for unusual reasons. In fact, I think that the main medical problems in archery are already well understood. For example, we all know the basic health requirements to avoid wounds and promote a consistent performance in archery. We also all know that anti-doping rules must be adapted regularly to new drugs and doping devices, but this is done in all sports, nothing really special and new. For me, more interesting would be to find new ways of improving performance. One example would be to develop neurofeedback techniques to promote stable alpha brain waves during shooting. Another one would be to check different methods of stabilizing neurovegetative reactions during competitions. This kind of topics would be my main interest, if you decide that I'm a good candidate for this commission. Thank you for listening, have a great day and a fruitful convention.
Good day, Archery family. My name is Noura Al-Marzougi. I proudly present myself as a candidate from the United Arab Emirates. As a board member of the UAE Archery Federation, a doctor and a media professional, I have dedicated my effort to serving and educating my community through various channels, including social media platforms. As a prominent influencer in women's empowerment, I strive to raise awareness about the significance of exercise and living a healthy lifestyle. Currently, as a certified trainer, and a master degree holder in sport management. I did many awareness lectures in sport clubs and TV programs which prioritize the protection of athletes from sports-related injuries and emphasize the importance of practicing sport, ensuring anti-doping practices are implemented. I believe in collaborating locally, regionally, and internationally with other committees and sport bodies. By working together, we can create an inclusive community that can advance the sport of archery. I kindly ask for your vote to support my commitment to promoting a healthier, fairer, and more inclusive community. Thank you.
Para-Archery Committee. People should have knowledge of para-archery and therefore should have participated in any capacity at a World Archery Para Championships or at continental level. And of course, they need to have some experience with handling para-archery matters as such and know what classification is.
Hello everyone, I'm Zhou Jiami, a Chinese athlete engaged in para-archery for 10 years. It is my great honor to be nominated as a candidate for the Athletes Committee of World Archery. My journey on archery for 10 years witnessed glorious and fame, as well as pains and thorns. I took the title at the 2016 Rio Paralympics. I also suffered multiple injuries and difficulties in the training. All of this made me an experienced and eligible para-archery athlete to compete here now. Para-archery has been developing rapidly in China for a long time. Most provinces in China have set up their provincial para-archery teams, and I am one of them. Archery promotes a more pleasant and happy participation for me in social life. It helps me to build confidence and self-esteem. It makes me to see infinite possibilities in life. Therefore, I am passionate and motivated to contribute to the development of archery, to grow awareness and engagement with this sport. Great benefit from this sport. I am also ready to help each para-archery athlete to achieve excellence and transform their realities. By representing them, considering for them, and voicing for them. Dear friends, I have full confidence that I will contribute to World Archery, and you will find me a trustworthy colleague and friend. Thank you for your time to watch this video. I greatly appreciate your vital support. Thank you.
Hello, this is Martin Joseph Rogers. Most in archery will know me as MJ. I'm one of the nominees for the World Archery Para Council. This is a short introduction of myself. I've been involved on the professional side of archery for a little over 30 years, and on the adaptive or the para side for more than 12 years. I've worked for a number of organizations here in the U.S., USA Archery and the National Field Archery Association in a variety of facets for those organizations. Done seminars, programs for World Archery Americas, World Archery at the headquarters in Lausanne, Agitos Foundation with IPC, and countries around the world with their adaptive and their para program in an effort to develop those programs and to establish and assist those coaches and those athletes in their endeavors to be better equipped, more knowledgeable in the sport of archery and specifically in para archery. It's quite an honor to be one of these nominees, and I certainly appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pippa Britton and I am the current Deputy Chair of the Para Archery Committee. I spent 15 years on the British team as a para athlete, and I managed to finish on the podium at every single one of the 6 consecutive World Championships that I attended So I've got a long history in archery. I started out as the athlete representative on the committee, and I have moved on to being on the full committee as the deputy chair. I'm really committed to making the best situation for all of our para athletes, and I'm always really, really keen to increase the diversity and also, the gender balance and include everybody in our wonderful sport. Thank you very much. Bye.
Hi, my name is Suzanne Glidden and I am from Australia. I currently sit on the World Archery Para Committee. I have nominated for the Para Committee again for a further 2 years. I recently, or at the end of 2022, finished as President for Archery Australia, but recently been appointed as Chair for our National Team Selection Committee. I work within sport and am the Executive Officer for a national state sporting body here in Western Australia, and I sit on the National Sports Governance Committee. The work in Oceania has only just begun, and I'd like the opportunity to coordinate and network and provide further opportunities for those within the Oceania region. Our Oceania Para Championships commenced 2 years ago, and this year was the first time that event has been streamed with athletes attending from the Oceania region. The opportunity for development within Oceania is significant, and I'd like to have a hand in coordinating that and supporting it in the future. Thank you.
Okay, we hope you liked this introduction and that you now know more about all the candidates that presented themselves. We hope that you now know them a little bit better and that you'll be able to make the right decisions in Congress. Now it's up to you to make the right decision. Thank you very much and see you in Berlin.